See how the internet has made everything so like homogenous, like nothing is its own thing no more. And I think in like 3 years, like either everyone's just gonna be the same color or it's gonna pop and the next generation is just gonna go so left and wanna be themselves that it's gonna be like,
but that also.
What's up, YouTube? It's Kaon, aka Kaon Puts You On, and today we are talking about Ian and Tyler, the Creator. Now, if you don't know, if you haven't seen, there's a big interview going around with Tyler and on a show called Mavericks or something like that with another famous dude. I don't know his name. I'm gonna put all this information here, his SSN, address, everything, okay? And basically, Tyler, the Creator, said this.
Some kid right now, this white kid, regular like Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music, and like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire, it's like I'm just joking, I'm just mocking it, but I'm like, no.
And he basically talks about Ian being basically a copycat, saying that he took from Future, he's kind of like a clone, lacks influence, and he's not doing it for the love of making music, he's kind of doing it for a bag and just cloning everybody, like just copying everybody, which has been Ian's biggest critique. That's been his biggest critique since he blew up, since he started. And I just want to talk about that today. Now, if you guys like the content, hit me with a like and subscribe, and comment what you think down below. But let's get into it. So I've made a couple videos about Ian so far, and I think just one, but I maybe have talked about him like throughout videos. And a couple things that I've come to the conclusion on is, one, I made like a video about Pitchfork reviewing him. I thought the review was kind of harsh on Ian. I think he's getting characterized in this kind of like suburban, like thievery type of image where I don't think he's malintent. A lot of people think he's malicious. He's like just a straight culture vulture, like he's doing this for money and then he'll switch. I think I might just be optimistic, maybe. I do see some of his artistry in there. I do see kind of him, like, he has been an underground producer for a really long time, from my understanding. He's been making music for about like 3 years, from his SoundCloud till now. And so I just can't imagine that someone who's been putting in this much work, this much effort in one specific genre is a culture vulture. However, I do understand the critique. I like some of his songs, but like I've said in other interviews, I think he's very similar to Yeat. I think he's so similar to Yeat. And I was talking with people who really enjoy music. A lot of them were saying that they didn't really see how he was mocking or copying people in terms of like Yeat's sound. But I think a lot of it is coming from his vocal chain, his inflections, his overall aesthetic with like this industrial synth-heavy type of sound. And a lot of it is the vocal like effects. Like I said, the mixing is ad-libs, things like that lead me to believe that he is copying someone like a Yeat. I don't necessarily see a Future comparison, but I definitely could see kind of artists who are more industrial. I really see Yeat though, and that's kind of what I've been pushing. I haven't seen people say he sounds like Yeat that much, but his ad-libs literally, like verbatim, bar for bar, word for word, copy Yeat's without a doubt. I think his vocal effects do as well. Now, like I said, I don't think Ian is this malicious kid who's just trying to rip the culture by its neck and take it and profit off of it. However, a lot of things have happened to kind of frame this viewpoint. One of the things being that he was instantly backed kind of by the industry. And this is kind of shown by Lil Yachty, which I talk about in the Pitchfork interview, but Lil Yachty backs him instantly. And now they have a song. But right after Ian kind of blew up on TikTok, he just was known. Like everyone kind of knew him within the industry. And if you were tapped in enough as a fan of music, you also heard about him. I heard about him very early on. I saw his very initial TikToks. And I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was the worst thing that I ever heard. I didn't think he was really like taking a sound. But when I started kind of hearing like his entire project Valedictorian, that's when I kind of started to be like, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. And I think that's where a lot of people are kind of seeing this. Like, they're seeing him become a mockery, with the front cover of Valedictorian being him mocking a meme, where he comes out of Summer Smash doing Yachty's walkthrough. We're seeing a lot of mockery. It's really not helping his image. And you already have this culture vulture aesthetic. You really gotta like chill out, bro. Like, you have to have your own swag, kind of. And I don't think that he's swagless. I think there's something about his yacht, like very suburban, by the lake on a boat type of aesthetic that he has. I think that's perfectly well and fine. But lean into that, like be that person if that's who you are. It kind of seems like he's playing a caricature, which is like really why I think he's kind of getting this mockery vibe. And I would really like to see him kind of switch that or change that a little bit. I think there's hope for him. A lot of people, like I said, have been saying he's mocking, and I don't think he's doing it intentionally. I think, honestly, he just needs to develop his sound. He sounds, as an artist, vocally, he's premature. Production-wise, he's doing great. I think he's good there. His beats are really hard. Things are hitting. It's overall like a good vibe. However, I think vocally, he's just taking from a lot of people. I don't see the Future comparisons, but a lot of people have been saying it, so it's like kind of hard to deny that like maybe that is happening. With kind of Future's auto-tune, laid-back type of sound, we also kind of have that with Ian. I don't think it's a great comparison, so I don't want to say that that's how I feel, but with Yeat especially, kind of his inflections and his flows, we are kind of seeing that there. But yeah, I think he's just premature as an artist there, though. And I think, honestly, if he keeps working towards his sound and keeps grinding, we're going to see him evolve into a better artist. And I really don't, and I don't want to bite my words on this, I don't want to, like, regret this, but I'm going to come on here and say, I don't think he's going to be like another Post Malone, where he takes rap, he, like, kind of has this image of rap around him, and then when he gets sick of it, he goes into a different genre. Post Malone did that when he made White Iverson, made a couple hip-hop tracks, had features from hip-hop artists. Then he went kind of rock indie when that was kind of booming and popping, and now he's at country, which was on the rise for being the biggest music genre, and I think it might still be, and he just went to that. I think wholeheartedly Post Malone is a vulture. I don't think it's just of hip-hop. I think it's of every genre. When it doesn't make him money, isn't hot, he switches off. And that could be coincidental, but he's done it every time now. Every time the genre is up and coming, he goes wherever. I don't think Ian is like that. I have more faith. He seems to bring his family around. I think like he seems like an authentic person. Even his music videos are centered around this like white boy aesthetic. It doesn't seem like he's taking from like black culture in the sense of his style and things of that nature. Like he's wearing khaki pants and a button up. I just think he's moving kind of in like doing a lot of things that feel very mockery. And I wish he would switch that. But I don't think it's the end of the world. Now, Ian's manager did respond to Tyler, the Creator, and I'll read it off here. So he said, "Yo, Felicia the GOAT," which is Tyler, the Creator's Instagram tag. "I signed Ian, and I'm from Atlanta. He sounds nothing like Gucci or Future, lol. It's called influence, but I never thought I'd see a day where you become old and hate on the youth." Tyler, the Creator is not really that old. I kind of have a problem with this critique because he's really not that old, and his critique was about people like being vultures of the industry, and I feel like his critique is valid in a lot of ways. I'm not going to shame him from that opinion, and it's not an unpopular opinion, so I don't understand why the manager's coming out and be like, whoa, bro. Why are you talking about Ian like that? Like, no one's ever said that about my boy Ian. I'm from Atlanta, twin. Slime, what? Just because you from somewhere don't mean that everything you back is authentic and true. And I'm not even saying, again, Ian is not a bad person. I don't think anyone was saying that. And honestly, Tyler, Creator might not even been talking about Ian. He was, though. He was for sure. But yeah, overall, I think it's very interesting, kind of the overall critiques about Ian, his manager seeming upset. Hopefully Tyler responds and clarifies. I'd be interested to see what he's gonna say. But you should watch that full interview with Tyler, the Creator. It's actually very good. I'll link it down in the description below. It's a great interview. I always love hearing Tyler talk. He just honestly has no filter. He talks about whatever, bro, and I respect that a lot. But as always, man, thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any comments, you want to like and subscribe if you like the content, let me know down below. Whatever you're feeling. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Please check out my last video too. It's about Drake's best PR stunt. And I'm not talking about the leaked video. But yeah, man, as always, I love you guys and appreciate you guys. Peace out. Be smooth.